Fiery interaction, Keir Starmer caught out at PMQs. In the heart of Westminster, where politics dances on a razor's edge, the atmosphere was thick with anticipation. Today's Prime Minister's questions, PMQs, promised to be unlike any other, as tensions simmered not just between parties but within the very fabric of the nation. Keir Starmer, the leader of the Labour Party, stood poised to challenge Prime Minister Rishi Sunak, armed with questions that could shake the government to its core. As the clock struck noon, the chamber erupted into a chorus of cheers and jeers. Starmer, known for his meticulous preparation, had a glint of determination in his eye. But there was something more at play. Reports had surfaced about the Prime Minister's recent decisions, stoking public outrage and igniting a firestorm of debate across the media. What secrets lay hidden beneath the surface? Would Starmer manage to expose them? Starmer opened his session with a calculated question about the government's handling of the ongoing cost of living crisis. The tension in the room was palpable. Sunak, confident yet visibly strained, responded with his usual charm, deflecting the inquiry with statistics and promises. But Starmer wasn't deterred. He pressed harder, his voice rising above the din, as whispers of discontent echoed through the Labour benches. "Prime Minister, your own constituents are struggling," he exclaimed, his passion igniting the room. "How can you stand there and deny the truth?" It was then that the atmosphere shifted. A murmur swept through the opposition as Starmer, sensing blood in the water, pivoted to a recent controversial government initiative. He referenced a document that had mysteriously surfaced, one that hinted at backdoor deals being made without public knowledge. The question hung in the air like a loose thread, begging to be pulled. Sunak's face paled slightly, but he quickly regained composure. "That's simply untrue," he retorted, a hint of defensiveness creeping into his voice. But Starmer could smell vulnerability. He pressed on, each follow-up question sharper than the last, drawing the audience closer to the brink of revelation. What lay behind Sunak's steely exterior? Was there a hidden agenda that could unravel the government's carefully woven narrative? As the debate raged on, viewers at home were riveted. Social media buzzed with speculation. Could this be the day Starmer finally caught Sunak in a lie? With every retort, the stakes grew higher, and the tension reached a fever pitch. It was more than a political battle, it was a clash of egos, principles, and the future of the nation. Then came the moment that would change everything. Starmer, fueled by adrenaline, presented what he claimed was irrefutable evidence of mismanagement. He pulled a document from his folder, waving it like a flag of victory. The chamber fell silent as he read aloud a statement that contradicted Sunak's earlier claims. Gasps echoed from both sides as the Prime Minister's confidence faltered. "That's taken out of context," Sunak shouted, but the uncertainty in his voice betrayed him. The opposition erupted in cheers, sensing a shift in momentum. Could this be the turning point? But just as victory seemed within reach for Starmer, a shadow loomed. A senior member of the Conservative Party stood up, a quizzical look on his face. "What about your own party's record on this issue?" he challenged, redirecting the spotlight. Starmer's confidence wavered momentarily as questions about Labour's own past decisions began to surface. Viewers leaned forward, hearts racing. Would Starmer crumble under the pressure, or could he rally to counter this unexpected attack? As the clock ticked down, the exchanges became more heated, emotions flaring. Starmer, now on the defensive, dug deep. "We're not here to play the blame game. This is about accountability," he declared, his voice echoing off the stone walls of Parliament. But with every word, the questions multiplied. Was he deflecting, or was there truth in his assertion? Finally, with only moments left, Starmer delivered a closing statement that seemed to encapsulate the entire session. "The British public deserves transparency. They deserve to know the truth behind the government's decisions." The room erupted in applause, but the lingering question remained, had he successfully exposed a lie, or merely opened a Pandora's box of his own? As the session drew to a close, the tension in the air remained electric. Sunak's final words were a desperate attempt to reclaim control, but the damage was done. The media frenzy that would follow would be inevitable. What would the headlines read? Would Starmer's challenge be remembered as a pivotal moment in British politics, or just another skirmish in the ongoing war of words? As cameras flashed and reporters clamored for sound bites, one thing was clear: the political landscape had shifted, and the ramifications of today's fiery interaction would echo long beyond the walls of Westminster. What secrets would emerge in the coming days? The nation held its breath, eager for the next chapter in this unfolding drama. What revelations awaited just beyond the horizon of British politics?